Hey yo, what is groovy? What is good? It's your boy Papa Capes, and we are back with yet another Raid Shadow Legends video. Thank you so much to Raid for sponsoring this video and for hooking us up with our own download link that you can find in the description down below. Using that link directly supports me and directly supports the channel. If you decide to start a new raid journey with that link, you'll be greeted by Tholan Falbeard right off the bat, and as you progress just a little bit, you'll see the likes of Ugo, Tagore, and Mausoleum Mage. Right now, you can also still use code RAID7 for Pelops the Victor or code WRATH for Padre to secure the second legendary on your account, yo. Let's get into the video. This is part of, again, a little mini series of me just introducing my account to you guys, introducing the teams that I use, although the teams are always quite similar in terms of who I use and where I use them. But the last dungeon that we need to speak about is Fire Knight. So let's go into Fire Knight stage 25 and see the team that we use. Fire Knight 25 right here. Let's put that in. We've got Padraig for the speed aura in dungeons and the ally attack and the continuous heals. Then Galek, multi-hitters, Mithrala, Geomancer for the turn meter manipulation, and then Fatman for an ally attack. So that's 2 ally attackers in here. Bear in mind, I recently pulled Cold Heart, so I'm busy building her. I believe that she's absolutely phenomenal for Fire Knight, so she might make her way into this team. Not quite sure as yet. Let's see how this goes, yo. Stage 25, Fire Knight normal. And I think I also can just say that again, this isn't me saying this is a guide for teams that you must use, or this isn't the most optimized team. This is just the team that I've been using, the team that I found myself using that consistently does this content so that I can put it on auto battles and not have to worry about it. So please, I know for a fact that there could be better teams or better potential teams in my roster, and that's where you guys come in. I'll meet you in the comments right after this video goes live so that we can discuss that. By now, you know the champions that I have in my roster. If you're a new viewer, feel free to go and watch some of the videos we've uploaded previously that will introduce you to my account. I do use a couple of core champions throughout these dungeons with little changes, little substitutes here and there, but by no means is this the best team. That's where you guys come in. Thank you for all the help so far on this journey in terms of advice, in terms of providing me with additional insights. And when it comes to the Fire Knight boss, all I know is you need multi-hitters and turn meter reducers. And yeah, I think that sums up his mechanics on face value. Never read his abilities, never read his kit, but I think that's enough understanding to finish it. Let's see how it goes. I'll pop in as we get through the waves and to the Fire Knight. So, not really the fastest. We've got through the waves and to the Fire Knight boss in just over 3 minutes, and let's see how long it takes us to get through the boss itself. Yeah, I'll pop in as soon as we get towards the end of the boss and he's about to die, and let's see how we do. So we're about halfway through the Fire Knight's damage meter, his health bar, and both my ally attackers have now consistently landed their ally attacks whilst the shield is down, and Geomancer should come in with the burn right there to take that turn meter all the way back down, and the ally attack comes back in from Fatman right here. So we actually go through the boss faster than we go through the waves. How often is that the case when it comes to certain teams? Is that just my team? They're just not good with waves, or is that usually the case with like stage 25 Fire Knight, and as we progress into hard, that the waves take a bit longer and are more difficult than the actual boss? But yeah, a brief look at the builds for our champions. You've seen the build for most of them, but Padraig right here, his build is on just under 70k HP, just under 2.9 attack, 3678 defense, 213 speed, 33% crit rate, 100% crit damage, 176 resistance, and 85 accuracy. And then on Fatman, his stats are 47k HP, 4680 attack, 3609 defense, 236 speed, 49% crit rate with 119% crit damage, 254 resistance with 275 accuracy. So that is our normal Fire Knight team. Let's go and check out our hard Fire Knight team. And I think this is the one I struggle with the most. So I'm not going to try stage 4 over here, but let's try stage 3, because I genuinely don't think that I've paid enough attention to this team to actually push through and go to stage 4. So there might be some modifications needed. Just under 6 minutes is the best time so far registered here. So let's check the team that we have for Fire Knight hard. Subtle differences in here. We've taken Galek out and we've taken Geomancer out. The one thing I do know about this boss is that turn meter reduction doesn't work on him, if I'm not mistaken, and you need to freeze him to manipulate his turn meter. Hence the introduction of Yakal and Creodan. So are they both kitted is what I need to confirm. I'm pretty sure they are. Yakal's got a kit on. Creodan has a kit on. So let's see how they do. That's the team. Let's hop straight into Fire Knight Hard Stage 3, and we have to put some time and effort into this because I need to do Stage 5 soon for a Marius mission. So guys, again, after this goes live, I will meet you in the comments right after you like and subscribe, and we can have a discussion about this. I do need help with my Fire Knight team so that we can continue progressing not only through Fire Knight when there's Savage drops, but through Marius missions. So let me know what team I should be using, how I should build these champs. Are there certain stats that I can sacrifice and focus more so on other stats to make them more effective in Fire Knight Hard specifically? Let me know. You guys are the experts. I'm just out here learning and enjoying the vibes. And we are on the last bit of wave, and we make it to the boss at 4 minutes and 35 seconds. And the thing is, in both the waves, wave 1 and wave 2, not a single champion who was against us actually had the chance to attack because they all spent their times frozen. Literally, they were always frozen. So I think that freeze actually is similar to petrification. Again, don't quote me on this. This is just me speaking about what's in my mind. I almost feel like when champs are under freeze or petrification, they take less damage. Yes, okay, cool. They skip their turn when their turn meter fills up, but it just feels like it takes so much longer to do decent damage to them when they're under freeze. That could be horribly wrong. It's just the way that I feel. So yeah, let's see how it goes with the boss fight, and probably another minute or two. How consistently do we land those freezes? How consistently do we get the shield down? How fast do we get the shield down? With 2 ally attackers, that's pretty cool. And I don't really know the criteria for accuracy needed in terms of what accuracy actually lands the freezes on the boss. So again, this is just research that I'll do as I look into optimizing this dungeon now. And that's why I posted the video, so that we can do it alongside one another, right? Only if you guys are keen, I can do it myself. Not a lazy gamer. I just like to be inclusive, if that makes any sense. Just like in the comments when you guys share what you're doing with me, what events you're doing, what you're struggling with, what you're thriving at. I enjoy being a part of your journey through those comments as well, so please do not stop. So yeah, as we make it through the boss's HP bar, it's taken us quite long, almost at 9.5 minutes, which is a lot slower than the best time. And I've got a couple of theories as to why that's the case. The first one that comes to mind is, just like that, we finished it at 9 minutes 27 seconds in just under 300 turns, compared to our best time at 5 minutes and 40 seconds. The only theory that I have that comes to mind about that is that I would usually use gear presets on Yakal and Creodan, but now I've built them with their own gear, so maybe I've built them incorrectly. Let's actually jump into their builds and check their stats out. So the first one would be Yakal. He's in Savage, Feral, Swift Parry, Merciless, and Stone Skin. The relic he's got on is a Talon, and also no masteries. So this could also be a big contributing factor that we're missing out on. And his blessing is Phantom Touch. His current stats are, his HP is quite low, 45k, just under 46, 4,263 attack, almost 2k defense, which is also quite low, 183 speed, 87 crit rate percentage, 150% crit damage, 119 resistance, and 256 accuracy. And then on Creodan the Blue, he's in Relentless, Perception, and Pinpoint. He doesn't have a relic on. There's so many things that I'm so silly about. And his blessing is Phantom Touch as well. Not a single mastery done. So obviously when I look at optimizing these teams, I'm going to have to prioritize doing the masteries on these champions. But I think it's also a culmination of me not being sure if I'm using the correct champions for the content. So I'm so scared to invest in them. Sometimes, but I guess I just have to risk it. His stats are 51k HP, just under 3k attack, just under 1,900 defense, 216 speed, 100 crit rate, 130 crit damage, 106 resistance, and 322 accuracy. So yeah, I need to focus on the Fire Knight team. So there's, off the bat, I can see I need to do masteries. I need to put a relic on Creodan, but will that make the difference? I can see that not a single brimstone landed, even though the debuff was there. When Fire Knight attacked me, that should be triggering the brimstone, it didn't. So that's something I need to go and look up on as to why that happened. But outside of that, that's my team. Please let me know what you guys think I could add to it, what I should take away from it. Should I look at speed tuning it outside of the blessings, relics, and masteries, because I know that I have to do that. But let me know. Thank you so much again to Raid for sponsoring this video and for hooking us up with our own download link that you can find in the description down below. Using that directly supports me, directly supports the channel. That is the last of the dungeons in terms of Ice Golem, Spider, Dragon, and now Fire Knight. So that's just an introduction to my account in terms of the dungeon teams that I use, the champions that I use. Always open to suggestions. Thank you so much to those of you who comment on my videos, helping me out and just allowing me to improve as a raid player. But yeah, I will chat to you guys soon. Happiness is a choice. Kindness is absolutely free. Leave your mark, yo. Peace out.